The vein whooshed and intruded. That's a widowmaker right there. See that? Man, I hope we can succeed today. All right, hello. Oh man, we had one crazy day coming into this spot here. We headed out at something like 10 in the morning. My buddy Mark's truck broke down. Had some trailer issues with ATV going where it probably shouldn't have gone, but I'm here now. Right at sunset, I got just enough time to set up camp. It took 3 access attempts to try to figure out how to get in here. The first route, which looked the best, turned out to be a no-go. The second route turned out to be a no-go as well. And third, we went around the crazy back roads way and finally got back to our spot. So I really wanted to come back here, set my mind to it. Well, we got camp set up, figured why not bust out the detector real quick and do a little detecting here at camp. Well guys, I got my first signal here in the dark, which is great. We're right on Bedrock. Listen to it. And that definitely sounds like a decent target to me, so we're gonna go ahead and dig this up. All right, we got it out of that little hole right there. You can hear it's a lot louder. I guess since I'm not using my headphones, it sounds a little bit different. Let's put it in iron discrimination and see what happens. Sure enough, it's either gold or lead. Let's dig it. Oop, it's in there. How am I gonna do this? One-handed. Let's sift around, see if we can see it. What? Is that gold right there? Is that it? Let's check. Oh, no, it's not. Where are you, buddy? What is this? Oh, there's a little shard. Ah, shoot. Shard of iron here. We just did a little bit of night detecting. I ended up digging 11 rusty tin and steel bits. But at least it was a good start. And building my calluses on my hands. So here's our camp. We got a truck parked over here to block some wind. Wada, good old Colorado gold camp. Here's a tent. Can't see much else, but we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere back here, all by our lonesome. Here's the rig we got outfitted. Big shout out goes to Urban Miner Mark. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can find some treasure. Got all my goodies in my pack, some shovels, all kinds of things, buckets, detector mounted on the front. And man, let me tell you, I'm ready to go. Well, this is some truly gnarly country, guys. Man, we're at the way head of this wash. I spot some bedrock up there and maybe some here. I think we're gonna start here. I'm gonna drop in, do some detecting. We're gonna check that bedrock, poke around, explore a little bit. And then up to the left, it looks like there's an old mine. We're gonna go check that out as well. Wow, this is the gnarliest wash I've been in so far. Look at these giant blocks of rock that are coming down off the mountainside. Check out this cool, I mean, that looks like a tree skeleton. This place is freaking gnarly. Man, I'm so excited to be down here, and I'm actually kind of glad I'm down in the shade. We're down here early morning and we're in the shade. It's not too hot. But here's something we look for. I have a feeling there's gotta be placer gold in this gulch, because if you look here, this pile of rocks, that pile of rocks, they're all kind of jumbled. There's no gravel, no small rocks within them, which tells me some old timer at some point picked them up out of here, out of the wash, put them up there so that they can dig down. So this is really exciting. We're gonna explore around and see what we can find. I'm getting ambitious already right from the get-go. It's not a crisp target, but this is the type of stuff I investigate in easier ground. But we got a block in this bedrock that's pretty well fractured. I'm gonna see if I can pull this thing out because I got a sound somewhere in here to down there. So I'm gonna pull this wedge out and see what we get. But we do have gravel down there, so that's a great sign. Generally, this would be a good gold trap, but it's a protrusion about 6 feet above the river. So when the river, before the river eroded down further, it was flowing and throwing gold over the top. Nowadays, it's not. Gold's going around the sides, but there could be some really ancient gold in there. We're going for it. I got 5 more nuggets to go. I set myself a goal of 7 nuggets or more on this here trip, so I'm trying really hard, guys. Got the pry bar, chisel, and sledge, so let's break into it. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this bad boy out. If we can. Oh yeah, we got it moving. See that? It did pop out like I thought it would. Now let's brush it off just in case there's something stuck on it. Now we got a crevice down there. The further piece is going to be way harder to get out. So hopefully we still have a signal and it's sitting right there somewhere. So I got my triangular spade. I really need a little spoon or something to make things a lot easier. But we got a little bit of dirt out. Nothing in there. Should probably keep that dirt, but check that. A little bit of disturbance, but no signal. And that is an old-timey good gold trap, even though we're above the river. I guess while I'm at it, I'm just gonna keep working on this bedrock, and at the very least we'll get a little bit of a sample to pan later tonight, see if we got any fine gold. So I'm gonna keep chiseling away at this, and hopefully we produce something. So this one looks like the next likely target. And it's moving. Almost got it. There she blows. Clean it off. Holy cow, we did muster a target out of that bedrock hole. It's in the scoop right now and it's pretty loud. I haven't checked it on Iron ID. I'm just gonna dig it and see, but we got something. So there was something down in there. Ooh, you can hear it, it's loud. Ooh. Oh, and I see it. What the heck? Oh, that sucks. Let's put that in there. What in the world is that? We got a piece of metal, like, I got no clue what it is. It looks like it's not steel because it's not rusty. What in the world is that? I don't know. We're gonna have to keep that and investigate it. Man, that weather fluctuates so much here in the desert. As the sun moves throughout the sky and then in the evening it gets really cold again. I'm doing more layering here than I did in Colorado. Ooh, actually, there's something in here. Let's see. Ooh. It's whistling a little bit. High-low, which isn't my favorite. Ooh, but we'll see. There it is. Dang. Little piece of rusty can or tin. I'm always keeping my eye out for geologic changes. The rock type here is relatively quiet, but there's a couple little quartz stringers that are mineralized. I've been hitting on them for hundreds of feet. And here's a spot where the quartz stringer comes up and it intersects another vein, something different, and I'll show you guys what happens. So this is the little quartz stringer. It's less than 1 inch wide. It actually is probably carrying values. I mean, we got a lot of vugginess. We got some black, brown, rust. These little splotches look richer, but so this vein's running up this way. And then right down in here, crack. Look at that. We got another vein that cuts in the opposite direction and it intersects the vein in this zone. And what happens is the whole rock in that vicinity, this could be a quite enriched micro pocket. But what's interesting is if you look at the rock, surrounding rock, right in this vicinity for about a 20-foot radius, The rock goes from white to more pink and iron stained. So the vein whooshed and intruded, and the fluids intruded the rock around here. So this is a locally mineralized area. And you can see here splits off another little vein, quartz stringer, and this stuff runs up. You can see there's iron in it, and it's been hitting on the detector the whole way up. Well, I just hit this chunker and it's hitting like a son of a gun. In iron ID and out, and it doesn't look like there's that much iron in it. We got a lot of black going on. This could be some really fine galena potentially, or some petersite, or who the heck knows. We got some shiny colored stuff right there. That kind of looks like gold. We're gonna have to take a look at this closer. We gotta try to see if we can figure out where that came from. Up in here, I don't know if you can see right there, there's something running down, some kind of intrusion that's different. So we're gonna go take a peek at that too. Let's see if we can break the sucker open and see what it looks like. That was a good one. All right, well there we have it. That's our sample. And a couple other little pieces. Now look at this bad boy Seguro cactus. Thing's gotta be a good 30-35 feet tall. It's just unbelievable. Look at that. Keeps going and going and going. That's just pretty much like an elephant's foot. But look how big that thing is. Jesus. It's crazy. Well, looky here. The old timers found something to chase. This looks like just a prospect hole, but it's a fairly substantial amount of work. It's above where I found that chunk of ore, but the rock type looks different, so it's a different vein or whatever they were chasing back here. It's really fine-grained crystalline quartz. Kind of looks like quartz monzonite, and actually there are some similarities to this. There's some dendritic. Here's a quartz vein. It looks different than the ones the detector was hitting on. I mean, there is a little bit of mineralization in here. Okay, that's probably what they saw right here. It's about 2-3 inches wide. This quartz, little bit of iron staining, but doesn't look like the stuff to me. It's a pretty sizable hole they got here. What is that? Smoky quartz. There's phenocryst up in here. That's kind of cool. Take a look at this feature right here. Look at this ridiculous groove. We got bedrock and a big trough down the middle, and all the water has to spill over rough bedrock, and the cracks are in the right direction. They can catch heavies in a lot of places. You can see these are good traps, and there's a quartz plate vein. But I detected the heck out of this. If I'm not coming up with any pickers or gold up here, maybe I gotta rethink it. It's quite possible that the bigger gold lode isn't up here. It could be below the point we started, or who the heck knows. I'm not gonna go any further up this. We're almost at the top. But man, this is brutal. We found an old pack trail that weaved all throughout that's weaving all throughout the ravine and up an easier path to walk. I wish I would have known about that in the first place. I could have taken that up. Detect the old trail a little bit. I mean, it was only about 2 feet wide, but who knows? You know, old timer might have dropped his poke, some old silver coins. You know, there could have been some ore spills, or who the heck knows. I did find a bunch of old boot tacks and relics from the old timers, which was pretty cool, but no real treasure. Way up, busted my knuckle. Not the greatest, but also not the worst thing in the world. Oh man, what have we found? There's a mine right behind me. I found a pretty sweet chunk of float ore down there. I'll show you guys that in just a few. But let's peek in here and see what there is. Looks like this could possibly be the veinal material they're chasing. There's a black streak. I was seeing that down in the wash. All right, hello. Some kind of makeshift shoring. There's a muckage sheet right there. The rock's pink black. That's probably the stuff right there. It's a pretty thin seam at the edge. Hello? All right, I think we're safe. Doesn't look like it goes much further. Means no mountain lions. We can take a look. There's that dendritic black growing. This is within a quartz monzonite, and then there's some massive quartz, and then there's a mineralized stringer in between it all. Yeah, there's a really spooky sound in here. Oh, that's a nice mucking sheet right there. Got some timbers. Hello? I don't know if anything's hiding out behind that thing. Well, it looks pretty stable. That's a good sheet. This looks to be slightly newer workings. We got the sheet right there. Hello? Oh, those are gonna come down. Ah, see, round nail. Ooh, yeah, that's nasty. That's a widowmaker right there. See that? That slab's gonna come down. So's that one. So I guess this little quartz vein right here, this is what they were on. Is that some gold? I might have to throw on the detector here in just a second. I'll put it down. Oh, yeah, some kind of bigger scat. That's probably a pack rat's house right there. Okay, I'm gonna stay away from this. Don't want that to fall on me. Ah, a little rat's house. Here's another little quartz stringer. Show me a nugget. Show me a nugget. Oh. All right. Ah, so we're holding that side's blocking off. Let's creep in here, take a look. Rat's house. There's another little rat's nest. And I'm gonna go look. Ooh, soft floor. Well, actually, something ate a bird back here. So maybe there's other critters as well. Well, this isn't a very deep mine. I'd categorize it more as a prospect. But that chunk of ore we found out front, I wonder if it came out of here or not. Because it was pretty damn gnarly looking. You know, maybe they gloried out that one rich pocket. That's all there was. So I'm not seeing anything here on the face. Let's get out of here while we still can. Well, a couple spots this vein are ringing off on the detector. One of them's a metal sound, but this patch right here, which is more orange, red, pink, and here in particular, it's just ripping. Hopefully you guys can hear that. That's more your typical hot rock sound, but in this case, it's mineralization. In this case, it looks like, because this is right near the edit, this looks like what they were chasing in, and it kind of pinches out, and it changes right here. See, it goes red, pink, orange, to nothing. Just a little bit of iron mineralization the rest of the way. And this pocket right here, it's a bigger void. Maybe they hit a little glory pocket here, and kept chasing it, trying to find the continuation, but that's all she wrote. There's no saying if you blast another 5 feet forward, you might re-intersect the vein or it might get mineralized again. But in this case, looks like the pocket's back here. There's a little bit of a seam in the ceiling and then it peters out. So who knows? Maybe it shoots that way, this way, down, jumps ahead forward, or it's gone. It pinched out. Well, I've hiked entirely too much today. I am beat. But I just found another mine. We're gonna bushwhack it and hope we can get in there. Hey! Don't eat me, animals. Gotta crawl through this stuff. Ooh, some of it's thorny. That's fun. Can't see how deep that is. Hello? Kitty, if you're in there, don't eat me. Ah. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Here we go. Hello? Alright, it's not too deep. Ah, it's another one of these stringers. Right here. They probably saw this. I mean, there's a vein in this pinch zone and it's eroded. And it's eroded up there. Who knows if there's another prospect. I can't hobble up there today. I already went down once. But yeah, so I guess, you know, so far it looks like they saw this. And this is what they're chasing. Hematite and limonite, we got some black mineralization in there as well. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. Okay, here we go. Oh, all right, no animals. That's a good thing. This is a nice little cave. I can't believe no one's lived in there. But it is open to the air, so it probably gets cold. All right, we got venal. Okay, we got mineralization along the gouge here, you know, in different stringers and bands across. Who knows? Back then, maybe it didn't pay. Maybe it pays now. You don't know without taking a sample. Okay, that looks like it's holding. Oh, something's hiding out in there. Some kind of bird nest. There it is. That's the vein they're chasing. No bats. Here we have some more of that black, which is really curious. I'm wondering if it's carrying silver or what. There's placer gold around here. Had to have come from somewhere. This section of the zone is all brachiated and infilled, and it's mineralized kind of throughout. It looks kind of interesting. I would pursue this as well. And who knows, maybe at today's prices, this could be a good mine. If I can stand fully upright in here. There's some kind of cemented gouge pocket. Oh man, would it be cool to see a nugget? There's a... Yeah, I don't know. This stuff's kind of interesting. There might be something here. We're about 40 feet back in here. All right. Since... What the hell is that? Look at this pink. You know, something's dripping back here, or some animals peeing. And, crazy. I'm gonna assume, but we have the footwall here, because this is where the vein runs. Since they carved out this little pocket right here, I bet you this stuff is paying. It's just not a very thick vein. I don't know how the hell they got back there though. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I can see someone working this and chiseling this stuff out, you know, having a nice little poke. Yeah, I'm gonna get another ½ ounce out of here before it's done. You know, so I could reach to that. But then back there, what the hell? Maybe that's a fault and it opens up. That's really peculiar. Or it was wider and this block shifted down. But it kind of doesn't look like that to me. I mean, there's a crack here, but that looks pretty darn stable. So in this instance, it looks like the fault gouge, this squishy, clay, breaky stuff, is where the highest portion of minerals running, and I actually kind of wish I had my chisel now. Take a sample of that, because if someone pushed in that far just to chisel that out, there's got to be something good in it. All right. I'm here. I came up here. I'm going to take a sample while I'm at it. I'm going to head back in and chisel something out. Back in we go. Headlamp on. All right. Let's find something. Ah, heck, we're going to take it at the end. I don't have a bag, so I kind of want some solid material. Well, actually, my bag's already full. I don't have a spare. Well, I mean, it's all this. Bet you that right there. He gloried that stuff. Well, shoot. All right, I'm gonna try to chisel that off right there. All right, well, I pried off 2 pieces of gouge, and I got 2 more pieces from out front that look interesting. So this is gonna be, whoa, spider. Is that a black widow? No, hopefully not. Just got back to the truck. That was 6.5 hours of brutal hiking and exploring. Oh my gosh. We're gonna fuel me up, drink some water, resupply, eat some more food. We're gonna take a real quick look at the 3 different ore specimens we have, and then I think I'm gonna go out for another hour and a half, 2 hours, swinging, detecting a new gulch. I'm beat, man. I'm ready to turn in, but I'm out here in the desert. Here in Arizona now. I'm on a mission, and man, I hope we can succeed today. At least I ruled out half of a section of gulch for placer nuggets for detecting. We don't know if there's any material. We don't know if there's any gold in the dirt yet. We're gonna pan that later tonight. We're gonna do 2 separate samples to see if we've got anything. We found 1 floater chunk of ore, which looked pretty gnarly. We didn't find the source, but if that turns out to be really good stuff, I know where to continue my exploration. All right, here's the ore we pulled out today, and this is why my pack was so dang heavy. This chunker right here is ridiculously heavy, and it was just screaming on the detector. You can see we got quartz, iron, and then this black band. This stuff is just wild and gnarly. There's a little bit of gray up here, so there might be some lead, who knows. But look at that. Look at that vein right there. That's just crazy wild. So I got this big old chunker. That last batch we gouged out of the mine. This is the gouge along the face. We got these 2 and these 3 pieces. And then that rock we found in the middle of the wash. Here you can see all the black. This stuff was hitting on the detector hard. And it didn't look like the old timers found the lode. So this could be something to search for. Bagged and tagged. This is what you gotta do so you don't forget and you can actually get some useful data. 1, 2, 3. Time for round 2. And I know what's up. Last time I forgot my poke jar. Yeah, if you don't got this, can't find nuggets. Maybe. Let's see if that holds true. We're gonna go check out a new wash. Man, my feet are blistering. They're still swollen from my last 4-day adventure. But what can you do? The gold's just there waiting to be found, and I got a limited time here, and we're gonna hit it again. I'm starting to find more traditional ore looking materials. Here we got quartz, hematite. There's a huge pyrite cube. See that? It's a huge oxidized pyrite cube, which is really cool. We got malachite showing. It's a pretty cool looking piece. Here's another one, still in the ground. We'll have to dig that guy out. There we go. Check that out. We got black and green indicating copper minerals, iron. But this is starting to look better. The other wash didn't have any of this material in it. So we know this one's getting fed by some other source. Let's hope we can find something. We found the source of the malachite. You can see the green on this quartz, and we get iron mineralization as well, and there's some hematite, limonite in there. Ow! Damn, I just got thorned. Damn, those ones have little fish hooks on them. Terrible. We even found a little bit of azurite down the way. You can see this is a massive quartz vein. It's mineralized. I found the old tobacco tin, Mother Lode. These are all scattered around the hillside. You can see some of them are still closed. Something in there. Too bad they're not all full of gold. If you load mine some more, no nuggets today. Let's try again tomorrow.